All right, guys, welcome to Mud Rogue. I'm sporting the new microphone, and once again, I want to thank Mr. Stinky over on Odyssey and Garan that I often see over on Discord, which I want you guys to get over there and sign up and join Discord. I have Garan from over on Discord and YouTube. I like it. I'm going to do a quick mic test. I want you guys to give me input, and then we're going to get on with the show. Right now, I have it set at 1/4 mic. Oops, I just knocked it off by accident. All right, so I've got, this is a new mute button. I got to be careful I don't hit it. It's 1/4 mic gain. All right, this is a 50% mic gain. This is 2/3 mic gain, which I think is already too much. I left it over here at just under 1/4 mic gain. But if you guys think I need to increase that or play around with it, y'all let me know. So we are going to talk about this video clip I saw. Let me see, where is it at? So what we have here is an NBC clip of David Muir interviewing Joe Biden. So let's see what they have to say.
Chinese peace plan floated overnight that Putin is now applauding today.
I think you answered the question. Putin's applauding it. So how could it be any good? I'm not being facetious. I'm being deadly earnest. I've seen nothing in the plan that would indicate that there is something that would be beneficial to anyone other than Russia if the Chinese plan were followed. This is the idea that China is going to be negotiating the outcome of a war that's a totally unjust war for Ukraine is just not right.
The idea that China will be negotiating a war that is a totally unjust war. Now remember, they keep up with the propaganda no matter what. No matter what happens, they're constantly pushing that propaganda. It's an unjust war. The United Nations Security Council has not voted that it is an unjust war. So who? The West, NATO, the European Union, the United States. They have set themselves up as a star chamber. They decide what is right. They decide what is wrong. They decide who is evil. They decide who is just. It's just to bomb to kingdom come innocent civilians in Yemen, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iran, and Syria. Because they're American bombs. It's American bombs killing those children. And that is okay. Scaring my dogs. That's okay. I'm sorry. Oh, when will people learn, right? But this is an unjust war because the United States says it's an unjust war. But you know what? The media forgets. This is the ABC News. The media forgets what it was saying just a few years ago. Let's take a look at that. Now, I found this over on Twitter. Captain Freedom is over here saying how the U.S. media used to report on Ukraine. Hashtag Donbas. Let's take a look. This is from CNN. CNN, right? All right, YouTube. CNN is reporting this back in around 2014.
Petro Poroshenko will have a hard time winning back hearts and minds in this city. As the people of Donetsk sweep up the debris of their homes and livelihoods, they are hardened against a president they say is killing his own people. We are Ukrainian, but they kill us, this man says. So
I don't know why CNN was reporting such propaganda back then. Eyewitness reports by CNN of civilians who claim, this is back in 2014 when Russia wasn't there, allegedly, they're claiming that the Ukrainian government is bombing and killing its own people. This propaganda on CNN, YouTube, I think you need to give a strike to CNN for this report. You need a deplatform to CNN for promoting these lies. Let's continue to listen to these lies.
Probably need our own country. The people in Kiev, they are not brothers for us. The shells hit these homes days ago. But the tears...
I want to refute that. The Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian government were not shelling houses, civilians, children, people in their homes. This CNN is a freaking liar.
Are still fresh.
Don't cry, fake cry. Again, I want YouTube to understand that I know this lady is fake crying. She is fake crying when that fake kaboom blew her home up. Wait a minute. A fake blow up? It didn't blow up. She imagined it. And when we just saw the blown up apartment, that is just your imagination too. That the Ukrainian government was murdering its own people. That is just such a vicious lie being promoted by CNN. And YouTube needs to take these videos down and they need to take CNN off YouTube.
Очень сильно. Фактично мы живем под подвалом.
We live on the ground. It was so hard for 2 weeks, especially for 27, 28, 29th. But only today it's quiet.
I mean, come on. Come on. Getting shelled for 3 days by your own government, allegedly, it's not a big deal. I mean, you still have 4 more days of the week with no shelling. 3 days a week? Anyone can put up with that. Oh, come on. CNN just tried to, back in 2014, CNN was just telling too much truth. Alleged truth. Let's listen to more of it.
Извините, я пойду.
Sorry, I need to go.
2 people were killed outside this block of flats last Wednesday. One of them was a 50-year-old woman, the other a 34-year-old woman. Her husband, who won't talk to us, he says he's in shock, managed...
I don't know why CNN back in 2014 was saying that the Ukrainian government killed 2 women and that the husband's in shock. Could this possibly be true? Could it possibly be true that back in 2014, the Ukrainian government was murdering its own people in the Donbass? And Joe Biden is over here saying it's an unjust war. I mean, I don't want to, stir up conspiracy theories or anything like that. But the Russians like to say that part of the reason they came into Ukraine was to protect the people of the Donbass that were allegedly being murdered by their own citizens. But pro-Russia propaganda CNN back in 2014 was saying the same thing, apparently, allegedly, right? Let's listen up.
To make it down to the cellar with their little child, but she just didn't have the time. And this is a story that repeats itself over and over in dozens of apartment blocks with civilians being killed by the constant shelling around Donetsk.
You guys let me know if you think that back in 2014 CNN was telling the truth or CNN was lying. And because the mainstream media today denies that this ever happened. YouTube denies that this ever happened. Because some people would say, not that I'm saying it, but that our mainstream media, that our media platforms like YouTube, for example, are corrupt. They are more interested in money than human lives. They have sold out their souls a long time ago. Some people would say if that was true, these people deserve to burn in hell. And that if it were true, I truly hope, if it were true, that they were such animals that they burn in hell and suffer for eternity. Because I really believe that will happen to you if these things are true. All right, let's move on. All right, so we're going to jump over to Discord really quick. DTV415, that also happens to be his channel name on Rumble, so y'all go check out Daniel's channel over there. He posted this photograph. I have the video that goes with it. This doesn't appear to be the identical vehicle, but it gives you some key points so you can understand that this van is actually an ambulance. If you see the markings, the line right here, the light bar, and the little hatch with the red emblem on it. Just like the fire engine over here, you don't see any of the small details, but you do see the broader white line. But let's get to the video. Now, this is the explosion I was talking about. Let's take a look at it really quick. You can see the white van I was referring to a second ago. Boom! Oh, my Lord. That was terrible. Now, let's read what... This is alleged, okay? This entire story is alleged, and I have to say that for the YouTube. The Ukrainian media published a video from their drone directing an artillery strike on the Persky district of Donetsk. The footage shows what they specifically attacked. A peaceful quarter, a civilian service came to help the wounded. So according to this poster, he allegedly claims that this video was posted by the Ukrainian government itself. Now, on Twitter, I read, people aren't arguing at really that point. YouTube, of course, because it shows allegedly Ukrainians doing a war crime is gonna say this isn't real. So I have to tell you, it probably isn't real, and for that reason, I say it's alleged. But as you saw earlier, that looks like an ambulance. It may not be. It may be. Remember, it may not. All things are possible in the world. Hey, someday a dog may fly. What I'm trying to demonstrate today is Joe Biden said an unprovoked war. CNN was telling you what was happening back in 2014. And even now, it continues to happen. Apparently, allegedly, in civilian areas of Donetsk, of the Donbass. An unjust war? That's a question, all right? I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. Matter of fact, I'm not allowed to say it's not. I may not be. Some people, I think, have said it, but you never know when the YouTube is going to change their mind. So I'll just say that. I do not believe I'm allowed to tell you it's an unjust war. I don't know, right? I'm allowed not to know. Now, keeping on the theme of back in 2014, this poster put, for Putin, the illegal overthrow of the Ukrainian democratically elected pro-Russian president, which is rightly labeled a coup, was the final straw. Back in 2014, it is claimed that the United States, Victoria Nuland of the State Department, orchestrated a coup, a violent overthrow of the democratically, legally elected government of Ukraine. They did this because the government was pro-Russian, and the United States just couldn't deal with that. They could not, matter of fact, the United States, in my opinion, just my opinion, I'm allowed to an opinion, throughout the world cannot deal with governments to not bend over and take it in the backside. So if a government says, F you, United States, it need to be careful because it may not be around very long. So this poster is basically claiming that Putin saw that as a final straw. I think there were other final straws, but now down here, Elon Musk is quite diplomatic, and he doesn't want to get trouble with the YouTube either. That election was arguably dodgy. I like how he says it. He's not saying it was a fraud, and he's not saying it was legitimate. He's not saying anything. He was just saying it was dodgy, whatever dodgy may mean. But no question that there was indeed a coup. Elon, how can you say that? How can you say that there was a coup that overthrew the democratically elected government of Ukraine? And YouTube, I stand with you. I denounce Elon Musk for saying that it was indeed a coup, that the democratically elected government of Ukraine was overthrown. And I denounce this other guy that implies that it was the United States that overthrew that government. Right? Last straw. I've had a last straw. No, so I want to get to this story down here. Chinese social media reported first 1,000 invisible military suits delivered to the Chinese People's Liberation Army. All right, so here it goes. She is holding a fabric that seems to be transparent. I do not know how that works at all. I don't know if this is true. Really, my Lord, you guys tell me if this is real or if this is just some kind of prank. A video prank, making people believe it really exists. I don't know. I do know that if that material actually exists, they need to make a dress out of it because she would look really nice in a skirt made out of that material. A little see-through material. But come on! I mean, she's a little chesty girl. A little top made out of that would be nice too. Let's move on. What we have here is a CIA agent, Philip Agee. Let's see what he has to say.
In the CIA, we didn't give a hoot about democracy. I mean, it was fine if a government was elected and would cooperate with us, but if it didn't, then democracy didn't mean a thing to us. And I don't think it means a thing today.
For the YouTube, I do not know the media source. I do not know the time or date or when this took place. All right? I'm just showing you what I have. I don't even know if this is actually an ex-CIA agent. So alleged on all that for the YouTube. We like to paint ourselves in the West, and especially in the United States, as the good guy. You know, truth, justice, and the American way, and that we go around the world supporting democracy. No, we don't. Those are just catchphrases. Those are more words that the ignorant, illiterate, out of touch American people accept. Our politicians go, we're bombing for democracy. Oh, whatever. Oh, you're bombing for democracy. You bomb and you kill those children. That's the American public. We don't stop and ask questions. We don't stop and try to reason or understand. We really, in this nation, believe we're the good guys. We really do believe that we go around the world allegedly murdering children to enhance and improve democracy. If this guy, in fact, is a CIA agent, and he is saying something that I truly believe is real, then he is confirming what I truly believe, that our government doesn't really care if a nation is democratic, a dictatorship, a ruthless government or not. They only care if that government will bend over and take it in the backside for America. That's all they care about. Can we benefit from that country? Can we rob those people of their natural resources and their future? That is really what America cares about. That is really what the CIA cares about, the FBI, and all of them. You wonder why people don't like us? People don't like us because we go around killing them, stealing from them, exploiting them, threatening them, and imposing upon them our will, our depravity. All right, so here we have Ukrainian war secret. How many of their troops have died? 1 year on the defiance of the country's soldiers and families is palatable, but Kyiv is reluctant to reveal the true toll of resisting Putin. This is the Times. I believe that's a British publication. Ukraine military secret. How many of the servicemen have died? You allegedly see an Ukrainian woman in a wall full of allegedly dead. Oh, I'm sorry. I promised you a happy story. How did this get? Guys, and this will be our happy story. Looks like a bunch of children in the front, some adults. Meanwhile, the all-Russian dousing, is that a tradition? Took place in Krasnokrov, Moscow region. Let's see what these bozos are going to do. Oh, I see the Look at this guy. Look at with the bucket on his head. I can do it too. All right, guys. I don't know if I can get it off. Thank you for watching Mudrogue today. I really appreciate everything. I really appreciate the contributions you guys gave me so I can get the new microphone. I'm going to concentrate on a better camera next time. So remember to subscribe and follow the channel. And if you also want to contribute to the channel, links are always in the description. Head over to the locals page and you can help out there. If you're on Odyssey, there is a membership page, and I made one as cheap as I can make it. And there's a few others for those that want to give more. I love you guys. I appreciate everything. And y'all get to put up with me in my strange ways. I get a little overly excited. I get these highs. Maybe I'm bipolar or something. I don't know what the deal is. Later.